All right, Team Indy, I'm back. I just wanted to go back in and kind of show you some of the things that I pulled out from Mrs. Petruska's classroom that you might have at home that is math oriented and you're able to use, create, explain different things. Sometimes when we're doing math in the classroom, especially right now since we're not really able to get hands-on with things, I want you to be creative and find those items within your house and figure out maybe one thing, and I know this sounds silly, that you could ask for if you celebrate Christmas is a ruler. Or just ask, I bet your family has a ruler, a tape measure, something in the house. You could even print one out. But just the littlest things. As I'm recording this, I'm looking up top for Mrs. Petruska's classroom, and here's a level, okay? This is one way to measure different things, okay? Also to keep that angle straight if you're putting up something on the wall or building something, as some of your parents do for a living. That's their job. But, so let me get right to it. So, one thing, randomly up top, thermometer, just randomly, I know. All right, so I'm just gonna get down here on the ground, and before I even get into the things, I just want you to go back to some of the things that you did earlier in this year. And these were those boxes that you put things that you enjoyed doing, whether it was in school, at home, or someday you want to do it. So just think back to these items, whether it's sports, whether it's animals, whether it's reading, whether it's a specific subject in your class, whether it's fishing, whether it's just going outside, whether it's Among Us. I want to play some of you. You're gonna have to teach me how to play though. Going on the computer. I don't know how we want to still go on the computer after all this, but some of us still like the gaming aspect of it. Let's see, iPhones, YouTube. Some of you are awesome at designing different things on YouTube. Science, Legos, that's a big one for me. I love to use Legos at home and just build different things. Harry Potter. So, let's get right into it. So this is in Mrs. Petruska's kindergarten classroom. 6-year-olds. We're in 6th grade. I'm 33. I still use all of these things. The very first thing I want to show you is, this is called a blue track. Okay, it's very similar to a Hot Wheels track, but you can put it anywhere. You stick this up on a window or somewhere, and you have to create the different parts to this long track. I've shown kids in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade before this item, and they've actually asked parents to get it because there's two sides or two parts to it. So you have two cars, and you can add different bumps. You can continue to flip, make ramps and make loops with it. There are tons of videos out there, but it's pretty much portable. That's the awesome thing about it. Now, another thing in Mrs. Petruska's classroom are ramps. So these things right here, I don't know how well this is going to be, but they have different ramps that are cut from PVC piping or just tubes, okay? And you could stack these, you could angle them different ways, and then just get different cylinders, whether it's maybe a lacrosse ball, baseball, ping pong ball, another smaller wooden cylinder. It could be bouncy balls, it could be marbles. You could see which ones go the furthest and which ones might go the fastest. It just all depends on what you're looking at. So I'm going to take that down. If you also notice over here in Mrs. Petruska's room, they have numbers here. They have their number calendar. What their goal is, they need to find out the pattern. Drew and Liam do this also in their 2nd grade classroom, but they're doing different patterns on this calendar. Different things here, chain links with counting. I'm just seeing if here's a yardstick. Okay, 1 yard equals 3 feet, 36 inches. I know I always tell you about that, but some of these younger kids might even know that just from practicing. Moving right along. So, pattern or shapes, okay? This is actually what you might have at home, and you could use this week for the quilt pattern that we go through. Magnet tiles, okay, here they are. Some of you actually have told me you use these. I have these at home. This is great for especially when we're doing 3D topics within these next couple months and finding the maybe just the area of this square compared to, I don't think I have enough here, like the volume Okay, everything inside or on the outside of this, okay, the 3D shape. So there's a lot that you can get into with magnetiles. Cubes, some of you have these from when you were maybe younger. You can build, you can count with these. There's a lot you can do with this. Rocks, look at these. Some of the students just ended up putting dots on it, okay? Counting. You can make your own code up using numbers, okay? Maybe your own language. Some of you have seen that before. They have more shapes here, but these have different colors, okay? And the goal with these are to put light through them, to see how light travels. Maybe you put a flashlight in it. And you have mirrors, okay? Maybe you have a laser pointer. You put it up to that and you see the reflection or the refraction of it. There's some other items that they're able to build with. I've never actually used these ones before, but let's see. So you get squares, looks like they're going to clip into each other. And once you have them clipped into each other, you're now able to figure out maybe the total surface area. And when I say surface area, that means, let's maybe pretend this is a tissue box or a shoe box. How much cardboard is actually needed to make this? Where in comparison, now you have your tissues or your shoes, and that's that space in it. So you have your total surface area, which is just this, the paper portion. And then you have volume, everything that can go inside here. Maybe you have little cubes. You can see how many cubes fit into it. There are a lot of websites out there that actually break this up, and this is surface nets. Hold on. Click this back on here. So you've had problems before where it would say, what shape is this going to make? Okay. Well, my biggest thing is I would get a piece of paper, draw it, and then try and cut it out and put it all together. Okay. Well, this makes a cube. Scrabble pieces. Awesome thing to play around with at home. Just to make words up. I know that I made last year for Mrs. Haddocks, Mrs. Baker, Mrs. Eyrig, and Mrs. Gons, who's at home with her son and husband. I made them little name tags with these, okay? So if you have loose Scrabble pieces at home, you can make name tags out of them. I'll let you think of what this is called, but Savannah uses this, I use it. A lot of people still use these, okay, for counting or grouping things. It's funny because what I'm going to do now is pull this camera off of here. So the iPad flipped around. I ended up mixing some things up, but I just wanted to show you the walls. Number lines, okay? Maybe there are different patterns these students are working on. Height of our pumpkins, okay? This is a graph right here, okay? They used, let's see what this is, pipe cleaner, nope, string, okay? Look at this. These are all items that you can use for math. If I head over to their cubbies, the gentleman who built these, they had to do this exact. They had to measure this out. Otherwise, these pieces would not fit together. Just like the lockers at our school. Yes, they're metal, but those metal ones were probably created at a factory, where these ones were handmade by some of the workers here at Mrs. Petruska's school. If you don't think math's right there, think again. Let's see what else I can find. Oh, if you have one of these maybe at your house, well, you better measure those open areas so that your boxes can fit in there for storage. Continuing on. A friend of us made this for them to put the balls in for their slides, and pretty easy. But you don't want to cut something too short or too long, because then it might not fit onto that cabinet. Continuing on, let's see. What else could I find? I'm going to explore. A little artwork. I definitely see math involved there. Do you? All right, let's see what else we can find in this school of goodies. A little digital microscope. Now this is the other kindergarten classroom, so we're gonna have to see. All right, this is their calendar. Looks like they had to set up some clips. A little number corner. Ooh, a scale. There's math involved there. When they built this school, I'm assuming they probably spaced these windows out properly. So they had to measure that. So it's funny. We continue to work from home, play, sports, school, everything. I'm just turning you back around. Everything. And what I'm trying to just let everyone know is math's everywhere. We can imagine math in just about every aspect of life. Driving a car. I know you're not driving a car yet, but gas mileage, speed, distance, you're baking in the kitchen, helping to, I don't know, do laundry. You have to know how much laundry soap to put in, how much dog food to put in the bowl. So, Team Indy, have a wonderful week. Please, please, please reach out to me with any questions. Yes, I know this video is long. Post a comment on it. Let me know how you're doing. Share your creations with me. What can you do to show some math at home? I know a lot of you have Legos. I know a lot of you like to go outside and build. Get out, have fun, enjoy the learning aspect. All right, have a wonderful week. Bye, Team Indy students. I miss you guys.